in the mirror. Man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. And today's topic is going to be about should black men protect black women? And you can apply this to any ethnic group, any race. Should men protect women? Should men protect women that are unruly, who refuse to listen? That is what we're going to talk about today. Now, this is an educational video educating you about should we or should we not protect people. And I'm using all these clips out of fair use. Let me go ahead and put up the clips for you. Give me 1 second as I do, and we're going to get started right about now.
Why do we as black women continue to say that we're the least protected and ask black men to protect us if we're not willing to listen to them? Bingo.
Now let me go ahead and jump in right now. You cannot protect something that refuses to yield to your authority. You cannot protect the person who rebels against your authority. You cannot protect the person who will not listen to instruction. Let's take an example. The president himself, the most powerful office in America, he has to yield himself to the Secret Service. The Secret Service has to plan out the route. The Secret Service has to tell the president, no, you can't go over here. You got to stay right here where we can see you. Mr. President, we ain't going no further than this down the road because it's safer this way. The president, the man with the most powerful office, arguably in the world, has to listen to authority. Even though he makes more money, now hear me, even though the president makes more money than some of the men in the Secret Service, even though the president may have a higher education, a lot of degrees than most of the men that are in the Secret Service, you get where I'm going with this, right? That person with the most education and the most money and the most quote unquote independence must yield himself to the authority of another person in order to receive protection. You get where I'm going with this right here. So what is that? What is yielding? It's submission. If a person will not submit to an authority, then that person does not deserve protection from that authority. So if a woman refuses to submit to a man's authority, then that man should not protect that woman. A woman can endanger a man by her own behavior. If a man cannot tell you, for example, don't put this on, you look too skimpy in that, you look whorish in that what you got on, and you say, I don't care, I'm a rebel against what you say, and you go out there and then you run across a man who has no morals, he slaps you, he won't let you tell him no, he refuses to take no as an answer, and then he assaults you and take advantage of you because you wouldn't listen. Now, of course, bad things happen to good people all the time. But there are things that happen because they lure those things to them. There are things that happen because they attract those things to them. You get what I'm saying? So, in other words, the president has to submit to the authority. So a woman must submit to the authority of a man. In other words, she has to be submissive to a man. And if a woman refuses to be submissive, then she is not feminine. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is why a lot of you women should never be protected by men, because you refuse his authority.
Men can't protect someone that is not willing to listen to them. And most black men are not going to protect some random chick on the street. He's going to protect his wife. He's going to protect someone he loves, someone he's with, someone he's responsible for. He's not going to protect Shaniqua out on the corner or some chick in the mall. He's not going to do that.
Exactly. Gentlemen, you are only required to protect those people who you have societal ties to, relationships with. And relationship doesn't necessarily mean that you're a blood relative. It means that you have, a relationship with them. If you see a stranger in the street and you see a man whooping up on her, don't play Superman. You see, it is in the man's innate nature to want to protect what is perceived to be feminine and helpless. When we see a woman getting beat down, it is in our nature to want to go protect that woman because we perceive that. there's an appearance that woman is feminine. We don't even know her. She could be the most masculine thing out there, but the fact that we see her getting beat up by a man, we think we need to come in and save the day. No, because you don't know what started that fight. It may just be that man, or that woman could have provoked that man. That woman could have been sleeping around, gave that man HIV, he just found out. That woman could have went to his bank account, stole all his money. That woman could have did a whole lot of horrendous things to that man that provoked him and made him just go off and start doing what he's doing. What you do, gentlemen, is you use wisdom and you call people who are paid to handle that, which is the police. That's what you do. Don't ever risk your life to protect a stranger, woman or man, especially when you have responsibilities such as children who are dependent upon you to come home. When you have a wife, family members, mothers and fathers who are dependent upon you to come back home. They want to see you again. Don't ever put yourself in a situation like that, okay? I guarantee you, a lot of times, on the outside looking in, you're wrong about what's going on in the situation. Sometimes that woman could have did something to that man, and he was wrong for doing. I'm not condoning any type of physical assault. All this is my personal opinion, of course, but I don't condone domestic violence. But I am smart enough to understand that sometimes women would do things that would provoke a man to do those things that he's doing to her, okay? So you stay out there. You don't protect strangers. What if I can't call the police in time? What if something happened to her? What if she lose her life? Tough titty. I know you don't like what I'm saying, but it's true. Would you rather lose your life, die, trying to protect a stranger because you thought the police were going to come on time? And then after you die, it comes out that this woman just shot his mama. He's mad. He's trying to get revenge. Or it comes out that this woman did have some kind of disease and gave it to him. You won't know it because you're dead, but your family and everybody else will know it. And they're going to be like, damn, why did he risk his life over this heifer here? She wasn't shit. So in these situations, you always got to think about yourselves. Don't think about the woman. You think about yourselves. Yes, she might lose her life. Yes, she might get beat to a pulp before the police come. But you don't know if you try to intervene, if that man has a weapon on him, or if he'll stab you or end your life, or he might know how to fight, you know what I mean, and really beat the hell out of you and still go back to whooping her ass. You get what I'm saying? So that's my advice and direction to you about that. It might not be what you want to hear, but I'm trying to tell you, gentlemen, to put yourself first. Stop putting these women ahead of your own physical safety. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, especially if it's someone you do not know. So yes, women do not, in my opinion, deserve our protection unless they are committed to us, submit to us, will yield to us, will recognize us as an authority, will listen to our instruction. If they do not do any of those things, then why do they deserve our ability to protect and also our willingness to risk our lives to protect them? That doesn't make sense to me.
So if we want protection, we have to be under the covering of men. Otherwise, women, go get yourself a gun, learn how to train, or learn martial arts or jiu-jitsu or something like that. But stop asking men to protect you if you're not willing to listen to them. We're not even willing to listen to men just on a regular basis about how they feel about us. And we're asking for their protection.
Those were facts, ladies and gentlemen. It always comes down to submission. Is this woman willing to submit to you? If she's unwilling to submit to you, then you don't protect her. Does this woman have a relationship with you? It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It could be your mother or something like that. If not, you don't have to protect her. I'm just gonna put it out there because some people don't want to just say it like that. They want to give all these damn reasons. I'm gonna tell you straight up, don't you protect no woman that you have no relationship with whatsoever. Don't protect no stranger. You know what I mean? You just don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I mean? You call the people who are paid to protect people. You get what I'm saying? When there's a war, they don't call the average citizen in the streets to go to war. They call people like me who signed up to go to military. When I went to Afghanistan, it was my job that I was getting paid to go overseas and fight the war. They called me. You sat at home and watched us go do what the hell we did. You know why? Because it wasn't your responsibility to protect this country. It was our responsibility to do it because we were the ones who signed up for it. So yes, they don't mean that you're a snitch because you call the police to save your life. Basically, it's saving your life from the potentiality of you losing your life from a man who's upset at another woman and then get more upset at you because you try to interfere with it. Think about what I'm saying.
In regards to black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man should put his hands on a woman. We desire protection, but sometimes what we don't understand is that true protection comes with a level of control. Bodyguards are a good example. A bodyguard will make their client leave from a dangerous place. The bodyguard has to know all the details: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And the client has to listen to the bodyguard and follow the instruction that the bodyguard gives them.
Again, they have to listen. Knowing that if you can't control her, you can't protect her. Ladies, if you can't be controlled, then you can't be protected at all. Not whatsoever. If you're unwilling to yield yourself, your body, and your ego to the instruction of a man, you don't deserve to be protected. Whatever happens to you, you bring on yourselves. So all this independent woman shit is dangerous for you because you are saying that you can function independently from a man. This is why you need to go get you a weapon. Go get you a gun. Go get everything you think you need to get in order to protect yourself, in my opinion. But don't put the bullshit on the men for not wanting to help you when you have made it crazy clear that you don't need us for anything. We're not here to be your crash dummies. We're not here to be here when you need us in that way. You want to crap on us and talk bad to us the rest of the time. You want to lie on us. You want to spread rumors about us. You want to tear down our character. You want to assassinate our character, ruin our reputation and shit, and spread lies and try to keep other women from wanting to commit to their men. You want to call women pick-me because they want pick-me's because they want to serve their man to be humble and want to be in love and be in a loving relationship. When people like you don't deserve our protection. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why would we do that for you?
It's really an agreement between all parties involved. When the person who needs protecting does not follow the instruction and the direction of the protector, it puts the protector in a situation where they're more likely to lose their life. I have 4 brothers and a father, and I listen to their instruction even when they're not around. They have told me to stay away from certain places if I'm by myself or if it's late at night. They've also advised me not to be drunk or high in certain situations. Even though my brothers, my dad, and the men in my life protect me, I in turn protect them by listening to them and following their instruction.
Did you hear that? It's a two-way street. This goes back to what I said earlier. Risking your life to protect the woman who won't listen to you. If she listens to you, not only would that protect her, but it can protect you. Because if you're in love with a woman and she still rebels against your authority and instruction and she decides to wear whatever she decides to wear or do whatever she wants to do, and then you see her, naturally you're going to want to protect her because you're in love with her, right? So if you're in love with her and you're trying to protect her and defend her, the person that's attacking her could kill you. You could lose your life behind that. All because she wouldn't listen. So not only is it a two-way street, like I said, I'm protecting you by coming to your aid, and you're protecting me by submitting to me, by submitting to my authority, by paying attention to my instructions and doing what it is that I will you to do. So we're both protecting each other in this situation. But y'all don't want to see it like that. A lot of y'all want to call it bondage and male male chauvinist and all this other trash. It ain't nothing like that at all. Now, I'm going to show you an example of one of the reasons why you don't deserve to be protected at all. You always acting vulgar. You telling people to come outside, come outside, and we outside and all this stuff. And then when someone puts something on your ass, you want somebody to come help you. And what happens when you try to get in the face of a man? Someone that is biologically superior to you, stronger than you, faster than you. And don't think because of people like Clarissa Shields, who can box really well, she might can whoop a regular dude in a fight when there's rules. Boxing has rules. But she cannot whoop the average man if he does jiu-jitsu or just know how to wrestle like myself. I am a MMA practitioner. Blue belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I've been doing Muay Thai kickboxing about 16 years, and I also box. Now, I don't have to be a champion prize fighter to know that if I was to come across a woman like her, and I respect her, she's a great boxer. I mean, she's phenomenal. But I don't have to be a prize-winning fighter to know that I can whoop her ass. That's my humble opinion. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's going to keep going.
Make it make sense.
Black women just really aren't protected.
A woman has to be in a position that she can be protected. A lot of our women don't want to be protected. The black women will book a fight for you and walk away. That cussing, jumping up in men's face, screaming and hollering.
You heard what she said? Catch it. She said a black woman will book a fight and walk away. In other words, she will start shit between people. I've seen a lot of men get into it over a woman because a woman knew how to play both of them. A woman got off on that, got excited about the fact that men would fight over her and go to jail or lose their lives.
Men's face, screaming and hollering, acting a fool, trying to act like she a man. And then when some other man deal with her like she a man, then she wants you to jump in and save her. It don't work like that.
True. In other words, shut your damn mouth. Stay in your lane. Be a woman. Be feminine. And one last clip when we get out of here. Excuse me right quick as I get the music just right, a little bit lower for her voice. I think it's a low clip. Okay, here we go.
We expect our husbands to protect and provide for us, right? So if my husband says, hey, I don't want you to pump gas at night by yourself. If the car needs gas, just let me know and I'll come pump gas in it at night. Or just wait till the next morning. That's him trying to protect me, right? Trying to keep me safe at night from people, whatever. And you're all like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Mm-hmm. Now you've stepped out from under his covering. Now he can't protect.
You hear that? When you are underneath the covering of a man, you are following his instructions. Okay? Protection comes with rules. Protection comes with guidance and instruction. The problem with you women is you want protection absent of those things. You don't want to have instructions. You don't want to yield yourself to the authority of a man. What you want to do is call upon his ability to protect you once the situation has jumped off. You don't want the warnings. You don't want the hedge of protection around you. And the hedge of protection or the fence or the walls of protection that men give you is through their instructions, their guidance, their yeses and their nos. Do you understand? When they tell you not to do something, in a lot of cases, it's to protect you. If a man tells you to stay away from your friends, I don't care if you've been with them for 20 years. You're in my life and I can see potential dangers to this relationship, then that's what you do if you're truly committed to that man. If you're truly submitted to that man. If you truly want to have a relationship that is long term with that man, then you are going to have to swallow your pride, kill your ego, and follow his instruction, especially if he is a decent, good man, and you can tell if he is or not. If he's telling you, I don't like your friend, there's a reason for that. He sees something. And some of you already know how your friends are. And then some of you don't know. A man can see when a woman is jealous of another woman quicker than a woman can sometimes.
Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Now you've stepped out from under his covering. Now he can't protect you in that area because you didn't want to submit to his leadership. Does that make sense?
It make a whole lot of sense. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Ooh, ooh.